This time we are going to do a pattern from the 1980s, and this is a draft blocker, candy cane draft blocker. You can see there it's at the base of a door. So very cool. I hope it's going to be very easy. Sometimes these things look like they're going to be easy, but then the pattern gets a little complicated. I haven't really looked over the pattern, as is typical for me. I kind of like to do these things with you unless it's a bigger project. So I do know, because the first thing I always do look at before I ever even scan the pattern itself, what do we need? And of course, very simple. We're just gonna use some Red Heart Super Saver that I have caked up here, and a 5mm or H crochet hook. All right, so we're gonna start with a slip knot. I always like to have a nice long tail for a secure weave-in on anything I make. And it wants us to chain 23. 1, 2, 3. I will be right back. There is 23 stitches. Now it says here, row 1, 1/2 double crochet. Oh, 1/2 double crochet in third chain from hook. In third chain, so that means that they want us to wind up with 22 stitches, so they're going to count the chain 2 as the first 1/2 double crochet. So we're going to skip 2 stitches, and in the third one over, work a 1/2 double crochet, meaning that these stitches, these 2 stitches we skipped here, they're counting as 1. That's how we're going to be able to come up with 22 stitches by the end. So 1/2 double crochet in every stitch to the end. Seems like a pretty quick pattern because this is it. This is the pattern right here, and this is the finishing. Okay. So I will be right back. I'm going to work these 1/2 double crochets to the end. Maybe, if I can get into this one stitch. There we go. Okay, I'll be right back. That one stitch almost ruined the whole thing. I would have just thrown the pattern away and walked away. It's a good thing it worked out. I'm just kidding. Okay, there we go, 22. If you count the chain on the end, 22 1/2 double crochet. Let's work 2 more rows of the 1/2 double crochet in white. So I like to start off with a chain 1, yarn over, and into our very first stitch, work a 1/2 double crochet as opposed to a chain 2, which is loose and floppy. So 2 rows of the white, nope. 3 rows total of the white, then 2 of the red. So I'll be back whenever I'm ready to change color into the red. Oh, I'll just work this the rest of the way all the way to the end with you. It's not that big. It's not that big. So how you guys doing? How's the weather? Oh, there's always a little hair to contend with, isn't there? Tell ya. Between me and this dog, we fill this house with hair. Well, there's a little knot. It's okay. It didn't give me any issues. Now the chain 2 on the end, that's our, no, it's not. Is it? Nope, there we go. Now this is our 1/2 double crochet. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yes, it looks pretty even, but we've got to work 1 more stitch into the top of that chain 2. There we go. Now chain 1 and turn, and into the very first stitch, start working your 1/2 double crochets. See what I mean by it just creates a nice, clean, solid edge? That's what you want. Okay, I will work this part off camera. I'll be back whenever we are ready to change color. Now I'm ready to change color. I have 1 stitch left to work. So you're going to start your 1/2 double crochet and then stop and complete it with the red. And I think since we're only working, well, I don't know. Do I want to carry it along? I'm going to try to carry it along, and then I'll show you how that looks, just so we can avoid all the tails, because, ugh, what a nightmare. Okay, so yeah, you complete your half double crochet with your red just like this. Chain 1, turn. Now we're going to work 2 rows. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and weave this end in while I'm at it. Work 2 rows of half double crochet in the red. And yeah, I'm going to drag that red tail along for the ride. And you know, I was just thinking, you don't have to use this as a draft blocker in front of your door. This could be a fun, cute little throw pillow for your couch, which is likely what I'm going to do because A, I'm in Arizona. In the wintertime, I don't have a draft. And B, I probably wouldn't care if I did because it's like 72 degrees in the winter. Or that's a slight exaggeration. It's like maybe 68. But anyways, probably just going to use this for a cute throw pillow for the couch, or maybe sit it next to the tree or something. I'm going to use it for something other than a draft blocker. Okay, guys, I'm going to work these 2 rows of red, and then I'm going to be right back because I'm not sure if I want all the tails or if I'm just going to try to carry this along. I think that's what I'm going to do because I just don't want to weave in all them tails. That's a lot of tails. Yeah, I'll be right back. Change color again. Here's my last half double crochet here. Kind of hard for me to see. There we go. And complete it with the white. I am gonna just carry my colors along. So that looks all right to me. And chain 1, I'm gonna just leave the red there. So because the white is gonna go this way, then up this way, I think I'm gonna have to bring the red with me right now. I'm gonna bring the red with me right now so that it blends in with the red down here. That's smart, okay. Because the red needs to be on this side to change over to the white. So yes, if I bring the red with me now, I can blend it in with the red that already exists. So there we go. I am just going to, because come on. I can't be the only one that does everything they can to avoid that many tails. Okay, I'll be right back. Let's see how this red is looking. Oh yeah, see there, it blends in just fine. And then it'll be ready on this side whenever I need to change colors. Perfect. Okay, I will be right back. So I worked my way over to the other end. I just have 1 stitch left on this row to work, and then I'm just gonna drop my red and leave it here until I need it whenever I am done with my 3 rows of white. And that's how well it blended in. So you really can't tell, and that's great. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave the red here and carry on. Chain 1, yarn over, and work a half double crochet. So I'm gonna work 2 more rows of the white, then switch to red, 2 rows only of the red, and if I have to drag the white somewhere or the red somewhere, that's what I'm gonna do to make sure I can always just carry it up. And so I will be back whenever I have approximately 43 inches, making sure that I end with the way we started, with 3 rows of white. So I will be right back. I have now got my 43 inches of striping done. So now we are going to chain 1, turn, and work 1 row of single crochet in the white. I've already cut the red. So just 1 row of single crochet, and then we are going to sew this together and then stuff it and finish it up. So I will be right back in just a moment. Okay, row of single crochet done. Then we are going to fold it in half, and there is no right or wrong side established as of yet, but we're about to. So let's fold it in half, and we're gonna sew it up all the way to the other end. So I'm going to chain 1 and pull up on this loop. Come over here and go into my top stitch over here. Grab this loop and pull it on through. chain 1 again, go into that same loop, and I'm going to work a single crochet seam all the way to the end. There we go. And of course, as we get into the portions where we've got, if you did what I did, and I've got these, I'm going to do my best to pull them, actually leave them out this way and try to hide them, because we're going to turn this right side out when we're done creating a seam. The first ones always get me. Okay, yes, that's where I'm at. And I want to be right here. There we go. Okay, so just try to keep your stitches even, but work a single crochet seam all the way to the end, or you could get a darning needle and you can just whip stitch, or however you prefer to seam your crochet. Really doesn't matter, because this is not going to be seen, as we're going to just flip it around. Okay, I will be right back. I'm going to work this all the way to the end. Okay. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn this. I've got it all seamed up. So let's flip it right side out. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be sort of like rolling up a pair of stockings. So, all right, I will be right back. This could take me just a minute. So I've got it shoved halfway through, and I'm just pulling on it now. I'll just reach as far in as I can and pull. You see, it's actually pulling itself through. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed the turkey baster, and just going to shove the cotton in on one end. So don't sew the ends up yet, because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to stuff it if you have access to both ends. So just get some polyfill, or get some grocery store bags if you just want a way to use up those excessive amounts that we all have of grocery store bags. You could do that, and it would probably block out the wind better if that is what you want to use this for. Again, I'm just going to be throwing this around the couch or around the tree. It's just going to be like a little stuffy, because, you know, again, location. I'm in Arizona. We just don't have to worry about blocking out the cold, not really. Not bragging, it's just geography, you know, it's just the truth. Okay, so I'm just shoving this stuff in here, making sure not to let it bulk up too much in one spot. There we go. Trying to get it down there as much as I can. And it's bulking up too much in one spot. So you'll have to work this out the best way you can. See, this is my first time doing this, so, you know, I'm just sort of winging it, and that's kind of what you're going to have to do too. All right, so I'm going to continue to work on this. Looks like the snake ate a mole or something. So I'm going to continue to work on this, and I will be right back. So here is what I wound up doing. I wound up making sure that the stuffing where I want the candy cane to cane over was just a little more loose, a little more flexible, and then the rest of it, it's pretty firm. I really packed it pretty firm. That way we get a pretty good bend, because the only way, they don't really have instructions as to how to shape this. It just is. It's just shaped that way, because the instructions are next going to tell us how to close off each end and then weave in our ends and enjoy. So basically, what I highly recommend, you see, this isn't bending as easily. This is not bending as easily. It's pretty stiff. This is keeping its shape. Now, maybe you want to get a piece of wire or something and put it through there. Sure. But if you're just going to lay it on the floor, then this is the easiest way, is to make this, as you can see, it's real bendable. Make this very easily bendable, and then you can just put it on the floor and we're done. So let's go ahead and close up the ends. So it says to pick any stitch at random. Now this is actually this is the one we ended with. So come down here to your starting chain where we first started this pattern, and it says to pick any stitch at random and work 1 round of single crochet with the white. We already ended this with a round of single crochet, so we won't be adding any single crochets to our last row. So our starting rows down here is where we're going to work 1 round of single crochet to start in any random stitch. Here we go. So I will be right back. I'm just going to work 1 round of single crochet into every single stitch around. These stitches are kind of tight because there are starting stitches. So, all right, there we go. And I will be right back. My single crochets are all worked in. Now it wants us to do round after round, continuous rounds of slip stitches, skipping every other stitch. There we go. Until it's closed up. So here is my first, oh, and it also wants us to do this back loop only, and it said that in all capitals. So back loop only, I'm just going to start right into my very first back loop right here. Oh, slip stitches, my bad. And let me mark this first one just so that I don't get lost. Now we're going to skip the next stitch, and in the next stitch over, back loop only, slip stitch. Skip, next stitch over, back loop only, slip stitch. And this is the repeat, round and round and round until it's closed. And then you will do the exact same thing on the other end, minus the round of single crochet, because this round already we ended with a round of single crochet, so we don't need to do that. So what you'll do when you're done with this end here, it's all closed off, come back to this end, pick any stitch at random, back loop only, and start working your back loop only slip stitches, skipping every other stitch, round and round and round until it's closed off. When I'm done with both ends, I will weave in these ends with you to show you how I'm going to do that. This was done in like green and black. This would totally remind me of Beetlejuice right now. This would be like one of the sand snakes on Beetlejuice. That would be kind of cool. Okay, so weaving in the ends, I'm going to get my large darning needle and there we go. You see, I'm kind of wrapping it around another stitch as I go. That just further helps to lock it in there. There we go. And that is weaved in. Okay, we are all done. Then I can already tell this is the soft part, this is really firm. See? So this is the softer part, and all I have to do is lay this on the floor in front of my door, curl this around to make a candy cane shape. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I was gonna put it in front of my door, but my landing needs swept. It's got a whole bunch of leaves from the wind from the other day, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I haven't swept it yet. So I'm gonna show you right here, because that's my prerogative. But I really like it. Now the picture, it does have a pretty red bow tied on it right there, so you can do that. You can put holly on it, just whatever, but it's so cute and easy, isn't it?